on my end.
I Now I can share my screen. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, so here's the file, and let me break it down. And where's the layers panel? I always forget where the layers panel is. Um, this thing out of the way. I just have to find the layers panel. Where do they put it?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's one thing I don't I haven't used the layers panel before, so I couldn't tell you.
yeah. It's really handy. Why can't I find it? That's been really helpful because I page page. I remember it was really hard. It was sort of like really hard to find. It was sort of like hidden.
Yeah, Final Cut's kind of like that too. There are sometimes some things where I'm like, I know how to use this, but why can't I find it?
No, I hear you. Let me just. I don't know. Can but there we go.
A little bit hidden. It's actually in the
Yeah,
position category or the position tab. So up here, without anything selected, we see position. We could click on that and
okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go. Position. There.
Position layer. Okay.
Boom. Like that was so hidden. Like, um, okay, so here's our layers. So this is great. So now you can like, you know,
Yeah, see that even just seeing that is helpful. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I stumbled on it by accident. Like I wasn't even looking for it. I think I went up to click a button and I'm like, hey, where'd this come from? So seeing that, like I don't even know where it went now. Where the heck where the heck did it go?
There's position again. So do you have to click on the photo for for position to come up? It looks like you do.
I click on well, if I click on here, it goes
Oh, it
it's
just disappears. Okay.
outside the canvas area up here in the black area to get position.
Okay.
Really weird. Like just have a layers button.
Yeah.
Um oh, and then you can arrange. Okay. I don't know. Front forward. Okay, well that I usually use shortcut keys for that or like right click and then just
Hmm.
go line like layer send backwards or forwards. Yeah. Okay, so let me see can I turn these off? No. Okay, so let me just create a new document down here and then I'll bring in my base photo here. Can I copy this? Copy. So I mean this is just an example. What? Why is it? Okay. So here's a photo that I created and I use the AI software to do it. And I think I didn't prepare it, but you can go to like um and I'll pick a better one, maybe the best one, generate AI illustration. And you're probably kind of familiar with this or seen people do it.
Hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
gives me one for free. It's like, man getting taken up in UFO in the middle of a cornfield. I don't see. See if this one will even make anything half decent. But I'll find one that's like the best. We might have to pay for it if we want a good quality one, because a lot
Yeah.
of free ones kind of create hokey pokey stuff. But here's the general idea. But that's a lot more creative than just trying to like spend hours looking for something like that fits the subject matter, right? Because it's
Right.
so like conceptual.
Hmm.
It's not like this video is about plaid shoes. Okay, great. I go
Right.
find a plaid shoe. This is about some nebulous concept, right? So you can kind of create these really fun sort of illustration. So that's what I did with this one here, and I had to kind of improvise because it was square. So if I brought it in and like tried to make it like crop
Just
like
zooms in.
yeah,
Yeah.
see is this big saucer. So so I mean it can work, but anyway, but the idea would be basically you have one photo. So let's just for the sake of simplicity, you have one photo. And then I what I did is whenever LA does a video, then what I do is like let's open up YouTube here. And I'll go to LA Marzulli's channel. Uh like this, LA Marzulli. And then let's click on this fella here, for example. And then let's see if we can find um maybe this is not the best example because he's in front of a red background, but let's say this is for whatever reason we decide to use this one. So I'll like
Mm.
just take a screenshot with my are you on a Mac?
Yeah.
So I take a screenshot and then I can go back to here and I can just drag this onto the screen.
Hmm.
So and then I can go up to edit photo and then click on the background remover and it'll just kind of remove just remove LA's background like that really quickly.
Okay.
And then I can click done and then I've got sort of a basic photo of LA. So I kind of try to capture something from from the video he's in and try to capture like the mouth movement that doesn't look like he's like, you know,
Making a weird face. Yeah.
exactly. And then if I want to, I can go in and adjust the brightness and the contrast. This is obviously a terrible photo of him, but I can, if I wanted to, I could take out some of the, I think some of the some of the orange in it. I think it can,
Mhm.
a little more blue or whatever tint out
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Well, see, and it'll be easier too because most of his shows are in his studio. That show was done upstairs in my study. I don't have a setup for that. So that's why it looks like that. But yeah, I can
So you kind of get the idea. So we
yeah.
got LA, and then so for the sake of just making it look better, let's grab this guy, and then I'll kind of plug him there, and then you're kind of almost done. So what you do after this is the big ticket item right here, is the text. So
It's
I
the
tried
text, right?
yeah, text is what really typography really is what makes it look
So
um
I've been trying to look at other show. I'm glad you showed me how to do the background remover because again, I haven't really explored Canva very much in the short period of time that I've had it. I know that I should have, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I have so much other stuff that I'm doing on a daily basis, but um other YouTube channels that I watch that are even that are not similar to LA stuff do the same thing with the text where it's like the biggest part of the thumbnail.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
So what I've done here is found a font and then outlined it. So you don't have to
mhm.
think to it. So that this is something you can just grab and copy and paste. So I'll just take these two and then copy them and then I'll just paste them down here. And then I and then I can go in here and what was the name of that video? Let's say
Iran attack, special PPS report. Yep.
yeah, so you can kind of play with it, but let's say I want the top one to be special PPS reports, and then I want the bottom to be Iran attacks. Right here. So let's take that and go Iran attacks. And it depends on how creative you want to get with it. You could just leave it like that and you're done. Um, or I can go in and like I can kind of make it bigger if I want to really, really emphasize that and bring this text up a little bit. It depends on, that, or you can like, you're like, oh, okay, I just want to make it a little bit smaller. So you can kind of use your own sort of judgment, or you can leave it the same and not worry about it. Um, and then what I did was I grabbed this sort of like film frame and I put
Hmm.
it on top like that just to kind of finish it and kind of gives it a little bit more of like a film sort of aesthetic to it.
Where did you find that little outline thing? Is it on Canva?
Yeah, just under elements here, I went to like film frame, I think, or something. Uh like so. Yeah, like kind of like
Oh
this.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
It was actually
I like
square.
that one. It looks cool.
Yeah, it was square, but I pieced two of them together, so it kind of extended it. And then I can just use my I can click on it and then right click and then go layer and then just send. I think I can kind of send it to the back. No, how do you just send it back a little bit? Oh, okay, I don't know how to do that. But let's say somehow you got to send it backwards. I don't know how you do that.
Hmm.
Like, so let's say if I just send it to the back, and then I'll just push this to the back, and this to the back. I have to play around with it to get the layers to like, um, bring forward, bring to the front, move forward, then to send backward. Yeah, there we go. I just didn't want to cover up my text. I didn't want to cut off the text on the bottom there, so I left that. So the frame wasn't covering the bottom of the text, sort of
Hmm.
thing. And then just for fun, I think I had like a little UFO here. So let me,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
position.
I've used some of those graphics when I first started doing it, but I haven't really since then. But I still kind of have been wanting to do that. I just
Yeah, I meant I only did it. I only did it only because it was kind of missing something here because
yeah.
thought, oh, it'll be fun. I'll just throw blank dots in there. So I found one that like looked half decent. Can't remember where exactly it went, but let's for the sake of speed, I'll just throw this in here, and then I'll just like kind of rotate it, and then so you can have some fun with it and do stuff.
Hmm.
Really, the biggest part of it is like having the text in the front, um, and then uh, and then like an image in the background somewhere. And what I could also do is I could also create like a vertical and horizontal version for you. So
But
like this one, for example, let's say that like whatever the illustration is, like, okay, I need to have LA over here, and then I need something that's going to be like, you know, to the left. The text is going to be to the left here because it's just,
mm,
I need more room for whatever images is on the left there. So I create, something that's, um, oops, sort of like horizontal and a vertical version for you so that you kind of have a couple options to play with, you know?
mhm,
So maybe we do it like that one, for example, but just because, maybe this background image needs, more more real estate because it's just the way it's positioned. So you've got something here you can work with, you know?
mhm. Yeah.
Um, and then I think you can do things like effects, like add a little bit of a drop shadow. So I could add a drop shadow to this and then like
Yeah,
change.
I try to mix it up a little bit with some of the outline and the effects on the text, but I haven't tried all of them yet.
Yeah. So I mean, it just adds a little bit of um, a little bit of thing. But I think what set that aesthetic that the other guy designed was this white outline around.
Hmm.
But I think that the one that he had, like, I just made this one red and green because that was the aesthetic of the background. But I think he had like an orange and yellow. So I think like typically, um, this should be like an orange color, like a that kind of color, I think. So I'll probably
Hmm.
template for you that's more more conducive to the kind of like whatever, or was it, yeah, I think it was orange and, or no, it was, yeah, yellow or something. I think it was this one. And then I don't think it had a white outline. I think it had like a black outline, I think, on it or something like that. Let's see. Maybe, or it had no outline. See. Yeah. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
um
I recognize the white outline for sure on part of it. I'm not sure about the yellow one though.
and then
The
well, this
yellow,
is I grabbed here too. I had like a black square so that it was there, so that the text wasn't competing with the background so much.
mhm.
So but like I said, I'll try to create template. Oh, this is just a film thing. That's funny. And then yeah, like that. That was like higher contrast. Um, and they kind of make it transparent or something like that. But you get the idea. Um,
Yeah.
but I really I think that if we can keep it looking as close to the least amount of work for you as possible, where it's like, okay, this is sort of the layout, and I just put my images in, so it's a picture of LA, a background
Hmm.
image, and then you type in whatever text that goes in here, whatever that is, and then show name, and then you're done, and then you pump it out, and then you're kind of don't have to worry about it so much.
Yeah.
It's got that same aesthetic.
Mhm.
I think for this one I kind of had to improvise, so I took one photo here, and then like took the UFO one here, and like pieced it together and put LA, LA on kind of like covering up the seam, so it looked like it was like one barn. But I'm a designer, so I mean I do this all day, right, for 20 years. So for me, it's just fast because it's just what you do all day, right? So
Yeah.
don't feel bad if you're like, ah, how come Shanti made it look so easy? That's how I do all day, right? Um, so yeah, maybe I'll create two versions, like a horizontal, like this, and then a vertical version. So if you end up getting a photo like this, then you're not like trying to like fight to fit it in here. Because if you
Right.
crop this really big, you're not going to see much. But if this is, like kind of like the situation where you're like, oh, okay, that looks cool, but what am I going to do with it? It's vertical format. I can just go like that, bing, you know,
Yeah.
UFOs attack kind of thing. There you go. Oh, and then I think I put a bit of a drop shadow on LA because it matched sort of the green of this, but
Yeah.
maybe I want to like just lift him up a little bit from the background so it doesn't look so flat. So I can go into where the photo editing tools here, and then add my drop shadow to him. I can't remember how it does it. Where's the drop shadow button? But you get the idea.
Mhm.
Where's the shadows?
Shadows, right? That thing right there. Yeah.
I could go in here, click, and make it like black, so it's like higher contrast.
Mm.
Bring up the intensity here a bit, and then maybe the blur down a little bit. Whatever I want to, however subtle I want it to be. Oh, that's too much, but that's too much. Okay, and let's bring the intensity down. Whoop. Okay, so there we go. And then he kind of like looks like he's sort of like away from the wall or away from the artwork a little bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. So if you want to,
Cool.
yeah, give that a try.
Yeah, I'll try that.
You have
I'll
a
try that for today's show because I still need to I need to edit today's show after I get off the Zoom meeting with you, and then I'll try that with the thumbnail for today.
Okay, cool. I will what do you call it? Yeah, well, how do you want to move forward? Do you want to send me the Canva and I'll copy and paste this template into it for you, or are you just going to use this for reference, or
Yeah, I can just I need to figure out, so what I'll do is after we get off the Zoom call, I'll try to I know what my email is, but I'm trying to remember it could be one of like three passwords, so let me try the different passwords before I send you the wrong stuff.
sure.
Um and then I'll just send you the email and the password to the Canva account. It shouldn't take that long, but a couple minutes to do it.
Yeah, and then I can like copy and paste this one in here, and then I'll make sure I find out whatever colors the other artist was using for the typography, and
Okay.
then you can go in there and yeah, just remember that that layers that whatever that position button is.
Position is the layers button for the okay, yeah.
Then I can go in here and like move these around because like the hard part is if I was when I copied and pasted this frame in here, it was um it was covering up the text like this at the
Yeah.
bottom. But I was like, it was hard for me to move it back. So if I can just go up here and like, move it back, then that's much easier.
Oh yeah.
I wish it had a hide button so you could hide a layer, but just so you could see what's below it, but it doesn't do that. So
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Canva, like, cause I guess but it definitely solves a lot of problems for companies, and
Yeah.
always adding new bells and whistles. So
Mhm.
like new skills. Like what the one thing I don't like about it is like when you're editing the colors on a photo, um, it's not really changing the properties of the photo. It's like it's only using like CSS styles to like manipulate the coloring of it. So you're not really changing like the pixels at all. It's almost like just layering some crap on top of it. So I can't really
Yeah.
actively fix and color correct a photo of something really. Um,
Hmm.
so it does limit. A lot of times I have to bring it into Photoshop and then bring it back into Canva because it just
Yeah.
really do a good job of fixing stuff. But one thing it does really well is it can cut out a person amazingly. Like I had it where I'm like, it does a quicker, faster job than Photoshop does. So I just bring the file on the Canva, boom, hit it with that background remover
Mhm.
button up and edit photos here. And then I'll just bring it back into Photoshop. But yeah, but you can like go in there and like, do it manually if you want. If you want to
Yeah,
text. But yeah,
cool.
there's the original one. And then I just click the background remover and it does it so quickly.
Yeah.
Incredible. So
Yeah, that's pretty that's useful to know for sure.
yeah. So there, and then what I'll do is I'll try to find I'm trying I thought I did it in the illustration thing in Canva. So under apps, I thought I did oh maybe it's Dolly. Maybe it's this one I did it in. Oh yeah, this is it here. So I actually used Dolly, this free app, to create the artwork. So I don't know, like what's this one? I ran it. I don't know what's gonna do. Iran attacks a bunch of men in a village with missiles and guns. I don't know. I don't. You could be more descriptive and see what you get. Surprise me. Oh, what? No, I don't want that. Um, Iran, Iran attacks men in a village with giant missiles and guns. Is that not how you spell missiles? How you spell missiles? Missiles?
Uh,
Oh, it's
MISSI. Yeah.
guns. Uh, okay, let's see what it does.
I'm texting you what more than likely is the password for this, as well as the login email. So if that doesn't work, I will figure out what the password is, but that should be it for Canva.
Oh, it says here something type may result in content that doesn't meet our policies. Okay. Um,
Missiles, probably.
yeah, man, soldiers attack other soldiers with firearms, maybe, and explosions. I don't know. Will it be okay with that? All these liberal websites.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do something basic. Man gets sucked up into UFO in the middle of a cornfield. In This is just the one that's in here, but if we find a better one, what? Okay, man gets abducted by aliens. How about that? We're gonna say abducted doesn't meet that qualification.
Well, this one seems to be thinking a little harder.
Yeah, see what it comes up with. But you get the idea. The idea
Yeah.
is be able to make illustrations for yourself really quickly that you don't have to like go and search for something. You can just
Scour the internet.
yeah, exactly. Which I find I'm doing right today. My whole day is just looking up photos. I'm doing a gun website, a
Oh,
company,
really?
or if they sell gun cleaner, and I have to find all these images that like are so conceptual, like waste less time on what does that look like, you know, uh,
Yeah.
like like a nebulous concept. So anyway, I'll try to find like something like this that does a better job than what we're using here. There wasn't a here Dolly Mojo logo Magic Media. I don't know if this is it. Oh, maybe let's try that one. Does it just do illustrations or is it? I know that Canva connects to a bunch of external software apps. So if you have an account with, some, oh yeah, like this even looks better already.
Yeah, see, those look really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, that's cool, dude. I almost want that for my screensaver.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a cool background, cool wallpaper.
Yeah, I'll definitely grab these to make sure they. Yeah, that looks. The only thing is that they're square, so that's been my only image with it is that they're, like if you want to do that, you gotta. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about the whole horizontal version
Hmm.
was that you know, because it's just they're so square. So it's like how do you do it so that you don't get, you know, you get all the content in there.
Mhm.
That's why I was like thinking you would have to do something like that. But I'll try to find one that does like a horizontal version. These are pretty cool.
Dude, that one looks like Fallout.
Totally right. Yeah. So yeah, maybe for today you can sort of just use what Magic Media does, and then I can
Mhm.
search for one that can do it in horizontal format. And then
Okay.
you can pick different aesthetics here: watercolor, dreamy, anime, filmic.
The anime filter is cool. I don't
That's
even really like anime, but that's a cool filter.
yeah. And I think you have to be careful too. Like once you like click the generate photo and it generates them, and then you click it again, like those ones that you generate before, they're gone. I don't think you can go back and find them. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
really? Oh,
Yeah,
like it just reloads and like kind of like a randomizer sort of thing.
exactly. Like it's just creating like on the fly. It's not like it saves it somewhere. So I think we'd have to use like more of um like a actual service, like a AI service where you create a subscription to
Yeah.
a site to have access like that. But yeah, I mean these look weird. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
I
I
mean,
type
that's still the coolest one is that one of that you have on the screen right there.
yeah, if I click generate again, I think that it'll it does video too, it says at the top here. It'll be like oh, it kind of made them the same,
Yeah.
similar
Oh,
aesthetic,
that one's cool.
but it's
Yeah.
definitely different. So um oops, I already did that one. So yeah. But yeah, it's kind of neat. You could just keep clicking the generate
Mhm.
button and it'll keep making this drives me crazy trying to drag in photos into Canva and it just wants to replace the one you put in there.
Yeah. I've raged at my computer doing that before.
I know.
That
Only
and like Canva does this one thing too, like if you click away from whatever page you're working on, it zooms all the way back to the top
mm,
of all of the ones that you've done. I don't know why it does that. At least maybe it was just having a weird day that this one time, but
doing that to me while we were talking. I was trying to get see there it is that right there.
yeah.
Just like ting. I think that's a glitch because I've never had that happen before.
It
I'm
only happens every once in a while. It's not a super reoccurring thing, so I don't know, but every once in a while it does that. And I've raged at my computer screen before because I'm like, no, I'm trying to edit this one page. Stop scrolling.
yeah. See, this one works good as a crop
Yeah, that's a cool one too.
because like it still gets everything. So you get lucky. Um yeah, it's mind blowing how AI can just create artwork that would take someone hours to draw, you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
and uh and you'd have to pay money for it. So it's pretty wild. But you get what you get. So okay. Well there you go.
Cool. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's really helpful because I needed to know some of that information.